listening to the adventures of Clark the Veteran Mercenary. This is Rat Rolls, a Fallout tabletop RPG. Join us now as Clark awakens from his long slumber.
Oh, how the fuck did I get here? Why does it smell so bad? Oh, it's like ghoul shit. Alright. Guys? And he'll take a look around and see if there's anybody else that has made it down here with him.
Sure. Do a perception plus survival. Difficulty 0.
Okay. Perception is a 5, and survival is 2. Let's roll 2. I got a 16 and an 18, so not good. 2 failures.
Clark looks around the corridor, and he sees that there's kind of a left side and a right side. He does look over the edge a little bit and sees that the glowing green light is in fact sewage water running through the thing, and it's kind of like the sewage water is kind of leading out to the left. And it goes down this corridor, and it's so dark outside of the light from the glowing sewage that you can't really tell, what is in the left or the right corridors mainly, and you can't really tell how you got here. You don't see an exit above or anything back the other way.
I guess in that case, am I close enough to a wall that I could reach out and touch it and sort of use that to guide my way walking? I guess following whatever direction the flow is going.
The flow is going, right. Okay. So you kind of walk her along and you feel the wall, and then there's kind of like a break in the wall. So only just maybe a minute or so after walking, there's kind of a break, and your hand rests on a kind of like a grating. And behind the grating, you hear a voice that says, "Hey, you're finally awake. Wow. You really chased that stinking rat pretty far, right? Anyways, any chance you can get me out of here?"
You're gonna have to forgive me, friend, but who are you?
My name is Captain Starstorm here, reporting for duty. And you kind of see this the green light come up and kind of encircle, and you see this guy that's standing there in this white, almost looks kind of like plasticky armor. It's kind of patchworked around his body a little bit. You may have seen this from it kind of looks like stuff that people in the Commonwealth would wear sometimes. But it doesn't look like it's fully fastened on. And you notice that the guy has a helmet on that fully blocks their face. That's in full this kind of white plasticky substance.
All right, Captain Starman. What were we doing down here? I woke up in my own vomit, so I really don't know what's going on here. My head's pounding.
Yeah, my friend. You were. There was some. You ever heard of a swamp rat?
Yeah, I think I've seen them.
So I've been here a little while. I won't exactly say how long I've been in my little hole. But I saw them kind of run across. There was a few of them, and the last one had a sword in its mouth. And I heard you run after it, and you weren't really saying. You were just kind of screaming at it, and just kind of a vocalizations. Nothing. Not like get back here with my sword. It was like a. And then you kind of fell over and passed out.
Yeah, I've been losing that thing a lot lately. Does he have it on him, or is it still lost?
It is lost.
Ah, man. Yeah, I've been losing that thing a lot lately. Wait, so you say you've been down here how long?
I'm more curious about how a rat got a hold of a sword and your predicament of being down here, because this isn't a place that people choose to be.
Yeah, I understand why. I don't really know why I'm down here either. But I kind of got this thing about the sword. Look, okay. I kill people for a living. I like to make sure that my weapons are kept nice. So if what you're saying, there's a swamp rat that grabbed the sword, yeah, I can see why I ended up in the sewer after that thing.
I empathize with you because I kill bad guys. I'm a warrior of truth and justice, and I kill bad guys. That's kind of my shtick as well. But some bad guys may have deposited me down here. And listen, we can talk about this, but I'm also trapped behind this grate. And if you could just I don't know if I can jimmy it loose or not. If you could just help me out real quick, and then maybe I can. I don't know. I'll help you do your thing if you help me out here, because I haven't been able to get out of this little dank cellar.
Okay, I think he's going to help him, but before he does he still have his revolver on him?
Yes.
He's been making poor decisions on.
He has his revolver.
Been a little rash in his decision making. Okay, so sure, I'll agree to help Captain Starman over here. And what I'm envisioning is if this is like a grate, I'm envisioning the that scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean where he comes in and he's got to rescue Jack Sparrow, and they use the leverage to lift it off the hinges. And I'd like to look around to see if there's anything, I don't know, a piece of debris or something like that we could use to get some leverage for this man.
You kind of look around, and there is some wreckage that's kind of in the sewer, but it's a little bit of a reach.
Meaning I would have to cross.
You would have to essentially reach, get yourself in an unassuming position to reach that.
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's go for it.
Then roll. I would say, please roll. I would say strength plus athletics.
Okay.
Difficulty
I haven't
1.
Okay, I've got an 8 in strength and a 2 in athletics, so we can handle this. We got a 5 and a 16, so I got my 1 success.
There you go. So you managed to pull some just makeshift pieces of metal that you can get enough leverage, and you could pop the door.
Yeah.
Pop the
all right,
door
good.
Off, but
pop it right off those hinges. Ah, well, there you go. You're out now.
Wow, yeah. This is really the nicest thing to happen to me. Hey, I've got a proposition for you, my friend.
Does it pay?
Yes, it pays. It pays in ways that you could not imagine. I am looking for a sidekick for my particular line of work, I would say.
You kind of lost me at the word sidekick.
Yeah, you see, in my I've put in the time, and I am I am a senior hero. I can tell that you're really envious of this outfit, and kind of gestures to their outfit. And I can guarantee you probably
Clark is just going to have a completely blank stare at the mention of his outfit.
Yeah. He says, so maybe a month of being a sidekick, and we can probably jump you up to senior sidekick, and then from there, sky's really the limit, and that's what I'm looking for right now.
I'm looking for the sword, but I want to come back to this sidekick idea thing, and I'm just gonna throw this out here. I just rescued you, so maybe for this go, maybe we just table this sidekick thing, because really, from my perspective, you would be the sidekick. But I understand, Mr. Senior Hero, maybe you don't want to face that truth.
Well, a sidekick always answers the distress call of a hero in need. That's kind of what they're there for, you know. When the Unstoppables get into a pickle, they got to call, you know, Manta Man has to call his sidekick, Barnacle Buck, into save the day, you know.
Yeah,
you're filling that role. You're filling that role for me, and I really appreciate it, and that's why I want to offer you this luxurious position.
Look, pal, if you want me to continue helping you, you better just shut up about the sidekick thing, okay? Now, you said it pays, and it pays in ways I can't imagine, but if that's only getting promoted in your little secret club, I'm not interested. All right?
It pays beyond that.
Okay.
That's just the structure of a superhero. Or excuse me, I'm not. I'm a senior level here. I'm not quite super yet.
Yeah, kind of tooting your own horn there, bud. You know, if you were a superhero, maybe I consider actually being your sidekick. But
well, I mean, my quota needs to go up for my own personal promotion. But I mean, maybe I could help you out with the sword situation. But you know, I don't really work with civilians.
How about this? If you get me my sword back, then I will be indebted to you.
Are you lying about this? Are you just like...
I am lying about this,
yeah,
yes.
Then roll a charisma plus speech, difficulty 1.
Charisma 7 and speech I just put another point in, which is 4. So
there you go.
I got 1 success, an 11 and a 12.
So Captain Starstorm looks at you and it's like, okay, yeah, that's I can be agreeable to that. I'm gonna write it down right now that you are you're a volunteer. I have to write something down, so I'm just gonna write that down for my own personal use. That you're a volunteer,
Okay.
And you're also the client because we're gonna get your sword too. Now, do you
So
have
I'm
any
the volunteer
idea?
and client?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea where the sword is?
No.
Okay, well, that's your first. I mean, I can't solve your problem with my volunteer unless I figure out what the client, you know, where the stuff is. It's gonna be kind of hard.
Buddy, I thought you were like the hero thing. I thought you offered help because you had help to give. You saw the rat, right?
Yeah, your rat ran down to the left with the sword. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe we should follow that, right? Whichever direction you saw the rat go.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. Maybe if you were a sidekick, I would have actually listened a little bit more, but I wasn't really paying attention that well.
So far, you're not a very good manager. Or
I'm not managing anyone. I'm just
senior level.
I just have a volunteer at this point. But maybe we'll do something later on. Maybe we'll get something. I'm helping you. Don't worry about it. I'm just, you know, having a little fun. I've been trapped in here for 7 days, and I gotta get my jollies somehow, you know.
Whatever you say, bud. And Clark will clap him right on the back.
Good. All right. So where you kind of have this guy as your follower, and if you got into a combat scenario, he would be your follower. So you would give him commands of what to do.
Yeah, I mean, all right, we'll go. We'll follow down the left path that he saw this rat go.
You enter this area that is kind of you start from this like straight narrow corridor. There's kind of like 3 different corridors in front of you. They kind of split off like a fork, and you're not quite sure just from first notice what anything is down this way.
Which direction do you think we should go, Mr. Hero?
I always like to pick the right side. That's typically where the right is always right, and I'm right-handed, I'm right-footed, I'm right-eyed. You can't see my eyes, but you could, if you did, you'd see that my right eye is like proportionally it's a little bit bigger than the other one, just by the smallest amount, a little bit bigger, so I can see just a little bit better out that eye. You know what I mean? Do you have a dominant eye?
I would like to volunteer that maybe we go to the left, because I kind of think you're wrong, and yeah, I think we should go to the left.
Well, I mean, the client knows best when it comes to a lot of this stuff, so you go ahead first, and I'll be right behind you.
Okay, we'll keep going left.
You are standing there. You're not standing. You're kind of walking along the edge of the sewer on the left side, and all of a sudden, out of the water, this like piece of debris comes flying up, filled with sludge, and knocks both you and Captain Starstorm down on the ground. You take 1 damage. It ignores you. I guess you take 2 damage in that case.
Yeah, sure.
It ignores. But you're both knocked down on the ground. There is now quiet among the sewage. You can't really hear anything else, except for you hear some little like sounds of some swamp rats down the corridor that you're at.
Yeah, shit. Get this thing off of me. All right.
Captain Starstorm gets up, and he's got the sewage stuff on his armor plates, and it's like melting a little bit of his armor plates. And he starts like taking them off and throwing them off, and you realize underneath some of his plates, he has a blue jumpsuit on.
You got another vault kid, huh?
Captain Starstorm looks at you and says, I was that's how I got my start. My favorite. I stopped a lot of crimes in the vault until one day my sworn enemy, my rival, came to my vault and destroyed the vault reactor. And ever since then, I have vowed an oath of justice against those who cause me injustice. I was only 10 years old at that time, but I'm an unstoppable force.
Well, what does Mr. Unstoppable Force have that might be good to fight these swamp rats? And don't worry, we're going to come back and talk about your little situation with your vault issue, because actually I'm kind of interested in finding a vault. May or may not have a water purifying chip, but we'll come back to that after we not die.
He pulls out from behind his back. He has a laser rifle. He pulls that out and kind of shows it to you. He says, "I'm armed. I can handle myself. As you know, senior hero here. I vaporized my fair share of baddies in my day. But if you're looking for my vault, yeah, it's a long. That's an East Coast situation. It's way up there. You ever been to DC?
Yeah, I've lived in DC most of my life, actually. I was with a mercenary outfit, and I lived with them.
Which one?
Until I ended up quitting.
You've got the slavers. You've got the Talon Company. You've got what is it? Riley's Rangers. You've got the Rivet City Security.
It was
Megaton Sheriff.
It was the Talon Company.
Oh, you're part of Talon Company.
There's not much. They're not around anymore, from what I've heard.
That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. You ever run into any other, I would say, vault dwellers while you're up there?
One might have been the reason why I left. Yeah, we didn't see too many around, but there was this one kid.
Kind of what happened to me too was there was this my sworn rival and villain ended up blowing up, and effectively destroying my vault up there. He actually even came from my vault, but we don't talk about that.
What vault were you from?
I was from Vault 101.
101. Yeah, I think that was the same this kid was from. You know, between you and I was hired to kill this kid, but he killed everyone. And they started calling him the Messiah of the Wastes and all this bullshit. But when it came down to it, I don't know, I couldn't do it. I never had a problem taking on a contract before, but lone wanderer kid, just, I don't know. I had to get out of there after seeing what he did.
So you've seen my arch enemy. You've seen my rival. You've seen him.
No. I never even got a chance to. Every time, I wasn't the only one with the contract. I mean, it was just an open contract that we had in the talent company. I mean, you'd kill squads of us.
You know, when we got out of the vault, first thing we saw was this giant destroyed town, and there was this one ghoul there that was just kind of trying to peddle me a book or something. Destroyed other buildings. Remember the, you've been to the Pentagon? Like, that's completely gone.
Yeah. From what I've heard, at least, they've got the water situation figured out. I mean, maybe things are getting better, but like I said, I left there and, well, I started traveling after that, but you know what? Maybe you're not half bad if this kid was also your enemy.
So does this mean you'll be my sidekick after all?
Keep walking. Let's go. Enough talking.
You get to the end of this hallway and you see this heap of swamp rats that are lying on this like bed of various pieces of clothing. And it's kind of like the water is like kind of like curved in this room a little bit, so you're on the same side. There's a big area there, and that's where the swamp rats are. There's like pieces of jewelry and other trinkets and shiny things that you can see, but they're all kind of like sitting on top of this big pile of stuff.
Shh! Stop! I think they're up ahead. Don't make any noise, okay?
At this point, Captain Starstorm is like, I will do what I need to kill the villains of evil. And it's kind of like gung-ho about. He has no chill. There's no chill.
Okay. So is he like rushing in after them?
No, he's just he's following you. He's
okay.
Kind of like at your command, but he is not one. He cannot do the stealth thing. He's a blunt force instrument.
Okay, can I take a look? Well, first of all, can I take a look to see if I can figure out how many of them are like immediately visible, at least?
Yeah, roll perception plus. I would say let's do perception plus sneak difficulty 2, and I might give you. If you don't get that, I might give you
like a partial. Okay.
A partial.
Perception's 5. Sneak is 3, but it's also tag, so we're looking for that's a 13 and a 6, so 1 success.
You see maybe like 10 swamp rats, but they are comfortably sleeping in their nests.
All right, so I'll say to Starstorm, I think I can make out 10 of them. I'm not sure if we should just go in there guns blazing. I've killed a few of these things before.
When do you want me to fire? I will fire whenever you need.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Why don't we rig your gun to go off, and then we'll go check it out when they all come and run it.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, whatever. He's gonna say, yeah, whatever, man. I'm just,
Yeah.
Whatever thing my volunteer wants to volunteer. I'm happy. I'm just ready to crush some skulls for justice.
Yeah. So you said it was like a larger room, right? So if we can get, like, if we could, I guess, without getting too close to them, like, rig this thing to go off.
Yeah.
Maybe we can, like, tie a string to like the trigger and pull it from the other way, so that then the idea being that they'll see like the laser hit on the side of the wall, like way down the tunnel. Since it's like a laser weapon, they'll be able to see the light or whatever.
Do charisma plus energy weapons difficulty 1.
Okay. Charisma's good, and that's a 7, and I do have 2 ranks in energy weapons too, so 9 or lower. Oof. A 20 and an 18.
Yikes. You at this point you okay, yeah, you rig this thing up, and Captain Starstorm is kind of helping you, and he's like he's like trying to tell you how to do it, and is like getting real like worked up about it, and then he accidentally fires it, and it goes down a corridor. But it wakes up all 10 swamp rats, and they go chasing down a corridor, leaving their pile there.
All right, great, good job, Starstorm. Why don't you go look at the pile, and I'll be right here to watch the weapons. In case they come back, of course. I got your back. But you go back. You go check out the pile.
Right. This is real hero business that I can get down with. What am I looking for again? What does your sword look like?
It's it's actually kind of neat. These cats kind of welded a pistol onto it. Kind of badass, actually. I didn't like it when it happened, but whatever. Point is, you can't miss it. It's a sword with a gun in the handle.
Captain Starstorm goes over and starts looking through this pile and just kind of digging stuff up. Please roll perception plus, I'm gonna say melee weapons, difficulty 3.
All right, so I got perception 5 and melee weapons is a 4. Here's attack skill. 2 successes. I got one was a critical success, but the other one was a failure.
Yeah. That's
getting a lot of 18s. I've rolled like 7 18s.
This is where it's all gonna happen, my friend. You haven't the failures have added up at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're kind of looking around, looking down the sewage line for those swamp rats and where they fired, and at one point you hear the water kind of like rumble behind you, and you hear this giant splash, and you feel almost like some of the like concrete break off of the side behind you, and as you turn around to face this huge scaly green reptile with giant claws and a giant mouth with all kinds of teeth, and is looking at you, and he attacks you for 4 damage.
Does he hit in a particular location?
He swipes. This monster swipes at your right leg with his claws and deals 4 damage. Actually, Captain Starstorm is first in the initiative order, so you can command him to do something. I have it open too, but I wanted you to see your options.
Well, unfortunately, I also have his weapon at the time being.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So, oh boy. Let's see here. All right, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna. That was a big hit. So I'm gonna ask. Hey, Starstorm, give me a hand over here, and I guess move him next to me. I don't remember if that's a minor or major action though.
I think you can do that in. I think you can move 1 in minor and 2 in major.
Okay, he only needs to move the 1 since he's a medium, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move him closer, and then I guess. Yeah, I guess the only other thing he can do. Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's just gonna try and sock this guy right in the face.
He makes a hit and damage the Gator Claw for 0. And so pretty much what he does, what Captain Starstorm does is tries to uppercut kind of this Deathclaw's arm to kind of like punch it out of, or excuse me, this Gator Claw's arm to kind of like punch it out of the way, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Next up is the Gator Claw. Gator Claw is going to look at Captain Starstorm and try to bite his head. So he bites his head for 5 damage. And so he kind of so that's a crit, right? 5 is crit. So he kind of like rips this guy's face like entirely, like this Gator Claw just like puts his mouth over this plastic helmet of this dude and just kind of like rips the helmet and everything off. And you see that even though this kid's face is bloody, he's only like 18 or 19. He's still like a kid. Not he's not a seasoned anything. He's just like, you realize that this kid is probably just like cosplay.
Gotcha.
Hero.
Okay. Well, I think really all I can do rationally is I'll use 1 minor action to give Starman over here, senior hero, saved my life. Give him back his laser rifle, and then I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna try and move to a medium distance. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to do for my turn.
Captain Starstorm.
Yeah, for him, I want him to use a minor action to aim at the Gator Claw's leg, actually.
Okay.
And take a shot at that. You gotta cripple the legs. It's the only way.
Yeah, he just rolled 2 1s.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, let's do damage dice.
Yes, you gotta cripple him.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do double damage for this.
All right.
Just
Starstorm. All right.
Captain Starstorm, like in his bloody face and everything, holds his laser rifle right at the foot of the Gator Claw and lets off the laser. And it is so powerful, like this shot for some reason, and I don't know if it's like from the tampering of everything, but it damages and cripples the Gator Claw's leg for 11.
Starstorm's the man. Okay.
At this point, the
Clark will yell out, "Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about."
At this point, the Gator Claw looks at its crippled leg and jumps into the sewage. And at this point, you see about 6 other faces swimming towards you in the look of what seemed like more Gator Claws coming at you. And initiative is broken for now.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking run.
Okay.
We're gonna run.
Yeah.
We're gonna run.
So you and Starstorm are like screaming, and Starstorm is like, I don't know what you're doing, but Starstorm is like screaming. He's like, ah, like he just like shot this thing and it fell in the water. He sees more coming, and he's like, this is superhero level stuff. I'm not prepared for this. I did not sign up for this. I'm taking you off as a client. I don't want you as a sidekick. I don't want anything to do with you. And is like, trying to keep pace with with you, and is kind of yelling back and forth. Do you yell anything at him, or you just focus?
I'll just say, shut up and keep running.
You reach a ledge, and I'm gonna have you roll perception plus athletics difficulty 0.
Oh, okay. A 1 and a 7.
Yeah. So you come to an edge, and you kind of stop, and it's like a waterfall of sewage in a bunch of different areas, kind of like converging into one. And right below you, you see another like top for a sewage area. It's kind of like another cylinder below you. And on top of that, you actually see your sword.
Yeah, we'll grab that.
Agility plus athletics, difficulty 3.
Okay. Yeah, I really want his sword back. So we're gonna spend 2 AP and roll 4 dice. I need a 10 or lower. That's 1. That's 2. Oh no, I got 2 successes, a 17, and then a 20.
You jump down to the platform, reaching out for your sword. Captain Starstorm's still up there, up on the platform, Bob, and is screaming at you like, "What are you doing?" And you jump down there and you try to reach for your sword, and it falls into the area below, into this like pit of green sewage down there. What do?
Are the gator claws like still coming?
The gator claws are still coming. You're at a dead end. The sword is in the sewage below, and the only place to go is down, which is where the sword.
I guess we're going down. We're either gonna die in this dead end or not.
You jump down in almost this diving, and there's kind of various like sewage waterfalls, and it's bigger than you thought it was. And you're kind of going at a speed, and you, with your hands, kind of like breach the sewage, and your hands burn, and you feel the skin is tearing off of your fingers, off of your hands and your elbows, up to your arms. I mean, it's like it feels like that took the impact of it, but you manage to reach out and you grab your sword as you barely can with your arm, and when you look at your sword, you see your fist around it, and there's no skin there.
That's fine. Well, I'm assuming I take damage from that.
No, you don't actually.
Oh, perfect. Great. Yeah, it's only slightly concerning I don't take damage from that, but we'll get to that. Yeah, and if I have time, now that I have the sword, I'm going to try and climb back on the ledge.
Roll, let's see, agility plus athletics, difficulty 2.
Okay. Still looking for 10 or lower here. Oh, I actually got him this time. I got a 9 and an 8.
Okay, great. You actually get up and kind of like crawl yourself onto the ledge. But while you do, kind of like while you're hanging there trying to get off, you notice that the gator claws kind of jump out. Captain Starstorm's already hidden somewhere. You're not sure where he went to. The gator claws jump out and jump into the pool. And then all of a sudden, they kind of like swirl around as like kind of a drain in the middle opens and starts flushing these gator claws down. Except for one. The one that you just that just attacked you is kind of coming towards you, but you're at the end of you've kind of like pulled yourself up. You're at a different sewage pipe, and you can run down that direction away from it if you want to, or you can continue fighting it down.
And Starstorm's nowhere to be seen.
No Starstorm.
Yeah, we're booking it.
As you run, sewage, there's kind of like a buildup. It's almost like the area behind you is filled up, and so like you look behind you and you see this gator claw kind of like clawing, like it's not as fast
towards us. Yeah,
it's not as fast as, but so you're faster than that. But you see the sewage kind of build up and envelop the gator claw, and then it envelops you, and you are now like at the front of the sewage that's kind of pushing you. That's almost like heavy enough, and then you start to see a light.
Will Clark survive the encounter and finish off the Gator Claw? Find out next time on Rad Rolls.